talk about MVP, you have to be like, well, of course A'ja Wilson's running away with it. Like, you cannot even have any kind of constructive conversation around MVP.
Try to get you another one. And that's the mindset that we have going into it. But I think we're in a space where we want it. We're just hungry and we're greedy and we're going after it again.
Have opportunity to tweak the things that you've been doing and fix the things that didn't go well. So it's an opportunity to get better, and that's what I want to see.
Did you know the Indiana Fever were basically the bottom of the barrel last season? Now they're in the playoff hunt. What changed? 2 words, Caitlin Clark. This rookie isn't just good, she's changing the whole game. Is it enough to steal MVP from A'ja Wilson? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Let's talk about this for a second. The Fever went from winning just 13 games last year to 19 wins already this season. That's insane. Clark's not just playing well, she's flipping the whole script for Indiana. But here's where it gets crazy. She might actually have a shot at MVP in her rookie year. You know what's even crazier? A'ja Wilson is having a monster season too. We're talking record-breaking stuff. So now we've got this David versus Goliath situation. Can Clark, the rookie sensation, really challenge the reigning queen of the WNBA? It's like a basketball movie come to life, and we're all watching it unfold. You won't believe what happens next. But here's the twist. Clark isn't just challenging Wilson, she's rewriting the record books. What if I told you this rookie is leading the entire league in a major stat category? The numbers are so wild, they'll make your head spin. Let's talk about Clark's rookie rampage. She's not just playing well, she's dominating the court like a seasoned pro. We're talking 17.8 points and 8.3 assists per game. That's not just good for a rookie, that's league-leading stuff. Clark isn't just keeping up with the veterans, she's leaving them in her dust when it comes to dishing out assists. You know what's even crazier? Clark's on track to break the all-time assists record in her rookie year. That's like a freshman coming into college and acing every class without breaking a sweat. But Clark's not stopping there. She's setting records left and right. Imagine this, 19 assists in a single game. That's not a typo. Clark dropped 19 dimes on her opponents, making her the only WNBA rookie to ever log a triple-double. It's like she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. But let's zoom out for a second. Clark isn't just padding her own stats, she's transforming the entire Fever team. In some games, she's responsible for over 40% of the team's scores.
You can also feel the buzz in the city about what we're going to be able to do. As long as we focus one game at a time, I think we'll be in a great spot.
Made an effort to get up and put pressure on people. They're fast, I know, but if we can continue to do that, that's just gonna have to be a habit.
And then her just confidence, you can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair, like she's a performer.
That's not just carrying the team, that's putting the whole franchise on her back and sprinting to the finish line. And get this, since July, Clark's taken her game to another level. We're talking nearly 22 points and 12 assists per game. It's like she looked at her already impressive stats and said, nah, not good enough. Let's crank it up to 11. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but how much does this actually help the team? Well, buckle up, because this is where it gets really interesting. When Clark's on the court, the Fever are 6.5 points per 100 possessions better. That's not just good, that's game-changing. But here's what makes Clark truly special. She's not just a scorer or just a playmaker, she's both. She leads the league in total points generated through her scoring and assists. It's like having 2 all-stars in one player. And don't even get me started on her long-range shooting. Clark's hitting over 37% from 34 feet. That's way beyond the arc, folks. She's stretching defenses like rubber bands, creating space for her teammates to operate. Even NBA legends are taking notice. Mychal Thompson said it best. Best guard in the WNBA, leads league in points scored, assisted, has taken the worst team in the league to solid playoff contender, and leads league in assists. When you've got NBA champions singing your praises, you know you're doing something right. Clark's making waves, but A'ja Wilson's having a season for the ages. How does a player outperform Diana Taurasi's best scoring year and still might not win MVP? That's the wild situation we're looking at right now in the WNBA. Let's talk about A'ja Wilson Wilson for a second. This woman is not just good, she's redefining what it means to dominate in women's basketball. We're talking 27.3 points and 12 rebounds per game. That's not just all-star numbers, that's break the game numbers.
Ever heard of Cheryl Miller, Maya Moore? I said what I said. Diana Taurasi. I said what I said. No disrespect.
For myself, like coming in, right off my college season and then coming right to the WNBA, having that reset has been something that I probably haven't had in like a year.
14th win for the Fever. I had this been in a long time. All right, we keep moving forward.
You know what's even crazier? Wilson's not just leading in points and rebounds. She's topping the charts in blocks and steals too. It's like she decided to be the best at everything all at once. But here's where it gets really nuts. Wilson is on track to break Diana Taurasi's single season scoring record. Yeah, you heard that right. She's about to outdo one of the greatest players in WNBA history. And if that wasn't enough, Wilson's only 40 rebounds away from shattering the league's rebound record too. 2 historic records in one season. That's unheard of. It's like she's playing a video game and turned all her stats up to maximum. Now, you'd think with numbers like that, Wilson would be a lock for MVP, right? Well, here's where things get complicated. Despite Wilson's incredible individual performance, the Las Vegas Aces aren't doing as well as everyone expected. They're sitting in 4th place while Clark's Fever have made this dramatic turnaround. But wait, it gets weirder. Check this out. The Aces actually play better when Wilson's on the bench. I'm not making this up. They outscore opponents by 1.6 points more per 100 possessions when she's not on the court. How is that even possible for a player putting up these insane numbers? Compare that to Clark's impact on the Fever. When she's playing, the whole team lights up. It's like night and day. So now we've got this crazy situation where the player with the best individual stats might not be the most valuable to her team. That's the kind of thing that keeps MVP voters up at night. Let's not forget though, Wilson's season is still historic. She's the only player to score more than 40 points in a game this season, and she's done it twice.
Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bring into the WNBA.
A team that likes each other, they play harder for each other. They sacrifice for each other. I believe that with my whole heart.
I mean, I'm just really happy for this organization, obviously. I mean, look at these fans. They're incredible. So if it wasn't for them, I don't know if they'd be here.
Plus, her player efficiency rating is the highest in league history. We're watching greatness unfold here, folks. So here's where we're at. Wilson's putting up numbers we've never seen before. She's breaking records left and right, but Clark's transforming her entire team. The MVP race isn't just about stats anymore. It's about impact, about changing the game. One expert put it like this: A'ja Wilson is the clear favorite to win WNBA MVP. She is leading the league in scoring by nearly 5 points per contest. But is that enough when you've got a rookie changing the entire landscape of the league? A'ja Wilson's stats are off the charts, no doubt, but here's a wild thought. What if the most valuable player isn't the one with the best numbers, but the one who's literally changing the face of the WNBA? That's exactly what Caitlin Clark is doing right now. Let's talk about the Clark effect. This isn't just about points on a scoreboard. It's about filling seats, captivating audiences, and reshaping an entire league. You know what's crazy? When Caitlin Clark steps onto the court, attendance skyrockets. We're talking from 8,000 to 15,000 fans on average. That's not just an increase, that's a revolution. Imagine walking into an arena that used to be half empty, and now it's packed to the rafters. The energy, the buzz, the excitement, all because of one rookie. That's the kind of impact that goes beyond any stat sheet. But it's not just about butts and seats. Clark is changing the entire WNBA landscape. She's not just playing the game, she's reinventing it. Viewer engagement is through the roof. People who never watched women's basketball before are tuning in just to see what Clark will do next. You know you're doing something right when even the experts are scratching their heads, trying to figure out how to measure your impact. One analyst put it like this: Player of the Year? Okay, easily. Most valuable. Caitlin is definitely in that conversation. That's not just praise, that's a whole new way of looking at what makes a player valuable. Think about it. Clark isn't just helping her team win games. She's helping the entire league win fans. She's turning casual viewers into die-hard supporters. She's making people fall in love with women's basketball all over again. And here's the kicker. She's doing all this as a rookie.
But it seems like everything is going to be great for her because she's a great talent. She seems like a great gal. Oh, she turns that franchise around.
That's how skilled you are. It's the other end that y'all got to start taking way more pride in and understanding like that is going to win us games.
Most players take years to develop this kind of influence. Clark's doing it straight out of the gate. It's like she showed up to her first day of work and immediately became the CEO. But let's zoom out for a second. What Clark's doing isn't just about basketball. It's about the power of one person to change an entire sport. It's about inspiration. It's about showing kids, especially young girls, and what's possible when you combine talent with hard work and a whole lot of heart. And you've got to wonder how many future WNBA stars are sitting in those packed arenas watching Clark play and thinking, that could be me someday. How many dreams is she inspiring? How many lives is she changing? This is the kind of impact that lasts way beyond a single season. It's the kind of impact that can reshape a sport for years to come. And that's why the MVP conversation isn't just about numbers anymore. It's about legacy. It's about transformation. So yeah, Aja Wilson's stats are incredible. She's breaking records left and right. But Caitlin Clark, she's breaking barriers. She's changing the game in ways that can't be measured by points or rebounds. She's proving that sometimes the most valuable player isn't just the one who plays the best game, it's the one who changes the entire game. Alright, let's talk about this MVP showdown. It's Clark versus Wilson, and it's heating up fast. Clark's changing the game, making the Fever a playoff contender.
First time since 2016. This team has clinched a playoff spot. You guys learned about it last night.
Both Caitlin, Angel, and Brink, who plays for my Sparks, they made the WNBA better. They're going to be tested.
Wilson, she's breaking records left and right. It's like watching two different types of greatness clash. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark and Wilson are facing off on September 11th and 13th. These games could change everything. Imagine Clark dropping dimes all over Wilson's team, or Wilson shutting down the rookie sensation. It's gonna be wild. So here's the big question. What's more valuable? Clark turning a struggling team into a contender, or Wilson's incredible stats on an already strong team? It's not just about numbers anymore. It's about impact. What do you think makes a real MVP? Drop your thoughts in the comments.